So it's been a long day today. A long day at work. I worked a 13-hour shift today, and that's after a 24-hour shift last night while I was on call. So in the military, we have this thing where we're like, it's called staff duty, where we're basically, in uniform and on call for 24 hours. Where if some shit happens and somebody calls that phone, that on duty on call phone, we have to respond, and that's on top of a regular work day, guys. So, it's just a lot more stress. It's not the hardest job in the world by any means. It's like it's honestly not too crazy, but it was a stressful day for me though, and it's only Tuesday right now, man. I still got 3 fucking whole days of work left before the end of the week. And I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. I'm very tired and stuff like that. I had all of the excuses I could think of to just order a Domino's pizza tonight and then fucking go to my bed and just fucking go to sleep. Be a lazy fuck. But I have goals, right? And I ended up going to the gym afterwards and doing training Muay Thai. Because like one of my goals is to get good at fighting, get good at striking. Um, and whenever I set a goal, right? I set a goal, like I need to reach it, man. Like there's something in me that refuses to have an average ass life, man. I look around like my at work. Well, the people are like around me sometimes, and like sometimes like I have trouble relating to them, man. I have trouble having any kind of deep conversation with them. I'm not sure if this is a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, but whatever it is, the journey to becoming extraordinary is an uncommon path, all right? The nature of, trying to like trying to reach your potential is an uncommon path, and like one of the things that you guys will find if you guys are embarking on this journey is that it's lonely, man. Like not a lot of people are going to support you and stuff like that. A lot of people, might think you're kind of weird. They might judge you, from the comfort of their own fucking bubble and stuff. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm getting off a little bit on tangent. What I would really want to talk about in this video though today is that you know like your hardest days, when you're the most tired, when you have like you just feel like you have the best excuses, the best reasons to not show up. Those are the greatest opportunities you have. All right, those are the best days you have to show the universe why that you are that fucking motherfucker that deserves what you want. Okay, because everything you want, you need to prove it to the universe that you deserve it. Okay, if you want to get in shape, you can't just say you want to get in shape. Everybody wants to get in shape. Everybody every January 1st wants to get in shape. All right, only a small percentage of them actually reach any kind of significant progress or goals by December. Okay, anybody can wish for things, but like it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifices, and a lot of struggle, to be honest. To get from where you are to where you want to go, if that goal is anything outside of your comfort zone. You know, um, I had a guest speaker today at work. He's this like military guy, right? He's like a veteran. He's been in for like 20 plus years, seen combat. He's super good at his job, and like super high status guy and everything. And like we're in this room with like probably 100 people or something, and it was towards the end of his talk. He asked, "Does anybody have questions?" Right, and the room is just like dead quiet, right? And then like a few guys, like one guy raised his hand, like some 18-year-old kid, and I thought that took like so much courage, so much balls and stuff like that. Asked him a simple question and stuff like that, and like those moments I get this feeling in my gut that I need to do something. If there's a fucking fly on my phone, I get this feeling in my gut that I need to do something, right? So after a few, like a couple of those, I raised my hand because nobody was raising, and I asked him a question. I asked him like, what is your biggest regrets or regrets that you have looking back at your life, at your career? And he said that he had no regrets, and the reason was because his faith was stronger than his fear, and that phrase stuck with me today. You know, if I had to like make a quote of the day, that would be my quote. My quote would be like, faith, your faith has to be stronger than your fear. Okay. In life, there's always going to be things you're unsure of, you're afraid of, you know, things that make you nervous or, you know, put you on your back foot. Okay. But you have to have something that is stronger than that force. You have to have, you know, like self belief. You know, you have to believe in something. Okay, you don't need. I'm not saying you need to be religious or believe in God or anything. I'm not personally super religious or really religious at all. But you need to believe in either yourself or some higher power or something to like keep yourself going through those hard times, through the darkest hours. Okay, and you know, like because like people are rude or people in life, they are controlled by these two forces, right? They do things either out of fear or, you know, like where, you know, they're afraid of like what the repercussions are, what society thinks, what so and so thinks, what they think might happen if they do X, Y, and Z. Okay, but when you're moving and living with belief, with purpose, you know, that's totally different though. Okay, because once even if fear shows up, you have this like internal anchor to where you know you're supposed to go, and it'll pull you through that darkness. It'll pull you through that, you know, that fucking fire, all that fucking negative energy. All right, it'll pull you out of fucking hell. So yeah, man, that'll be my quote of the day. You know, and just, you know, the last 2 days, this week so far has been rough. You know, mentally for me. It's not the hardest day in the world. I'm not at war or anything. Or like literally, I'm not deployed or anything. But like I know that there's people out there maybe watching this video. You know, that you might be like on the outside to other people living a pretty comfortable life. You know, but you know, whatever. However, some people mentally, internally, they might not feel too well, and you know, like a lot of people these days just suck it up and stuff like that. People don't have, you know, some people don't have people to talk to, express about these things, you know. And I'm not the kind of guy that says like you need to just bitch about everything, complain. But I'm also not the guy that says you need to like bottle up everything in and just, you know, never express yourself, never be honest and stuff. I think there's a nice little balance, right? You need to be like mentally aware of like your situation, but you also can't be a complete bitch. You know, you can't just like pity yourself 24/7. You know, um, and like, you know, the hardest days are tests. Okay, there are opportunities in disguise. All right, there are chances to prove that you are that guy. Okay, if you're trying to, like, for example, if you're trying to lose weight, right? You're trying to lose weight, get in shape, you know, be healthier, fix your health, right? And you're working a job, and that job happens to fucking hold you over time, okay? And like you know, you're supposed to work out at 6 p.m., but now you got off at like at 7 p.m., and you normally like are eating dinner at home, relaxing at that time, you know, like, is it optimal to be training that late? No, you know. Is it optimal? All this like shit. Like, you don't need the most optimal conditions, right? You just need to prove to yourself that you're willing to do whatever it takes to build the man that can freaking reach his goals. Okay, like if you can perform in the most dog shit situations, if you can perform in the most unoptimal and, you know, the fucking hardest times in your life, then once that pendulum swings back and things start looking better, and you are already developed that guy, that mindset, the habits and stuff like that, man, you're gonna succeed. You know, Like if you can handle the worst, then you can handle the best. Okay, that's the way you gotta think about things. That's the way you gotta approach life when it throws problems your way. It throws challenges and stuff like that. Because life is like a gym, man. It's like a gym, all right. But instead of muscles, you're training your mental strength. You're training your, your resolve, and like I feel like this is a big thing that's missing in the world. Everybody's trying to look for the easiest way to make like $1 million, like the most cushy job, with the best benefits. Like everyone's trying to look for the path of the least resistance and the maximum gain. But nobody wants to like crawl through dog shit, crawl through dirt, and work for something though these days. I feel like that's kind of what drew me to the military, man. Like I've never really been super into the military, to be honest, as far as like like the specifics, like the weapons and the tanks and shit. Like I'm not like I never grew up watching war movies and being all that into that kind of that side of things. But I have great respect for hard work though. I have great respect for sacrifice, and like I used to, just like the mindset of the underdog, the hustler, all right. Because I always like I don't know what it was, man. Like when I watched Naruto growing up, like Rock Lee was one of my favorite characters. Like Naruto, Sasuke, like yeah, they're cool and all, but like Rock Lee is the kind of guy that motivates me. I remember I was watching like I forgot what season it is. It's been a minute since I watched Naruto and anime in general, but I used to watch Naruto right growing up, and like I think there was a scene where he was just training, and this guy only does taijutsu, I think, like where he doesn't have any of the ninja skills or anything, but he just like physically trains, like he just works out, right, and like his thing was like hard work is all he had, so he just fucking went 100% in that shit, all right. And that really motivated the fuck out of me, man. I remember when I was injured in high school. I think I hurt my ankle, I sprained my ankle, and I was like, recovering from that, trying to make the basketball team, and I was just watching Rock Lee, like as weird as that may sound, like, but that shit motivated me, bro, and that shit motivated the fucking hell out of me, and it got me to make the team, it got me to recover and stuff like that. And more importantly, it developed a extremely powerful work ethic though, and like I'm so glad that I don't have I'm not genetically blessed though, man. Like I'm so glad that I have to work for everything, man. Like these days, man, before I used to be so bitter. I used to be like, why is this guy 6'4"? Why is this guy like fucking so fast without even trying? Why is he, why do these people have these things that I don't have even though I work harder? But now I take pride in it, man, because like the journey is what matters though, all right? Who gives a fuck about what you have if you never fucking earned it, Like, like you value what you earn way more when you have to bust your ass for it. That's what like meaning is. So yeah, guys, I think this video went completely all over the place. I'm working on being more organized with my thoughts and stuff, but I just wanted to make a video though because I haven't been posting as frequently as I said I was, and like I need to just get the reps out, man. I don't care how fucking unorganized, cringy, or mumbling I sound. I'm gonna try to keep pumping these out at a regular basis. Hopefully, I know there's probably like 2 guys that watch these videos right now. Well, I know one day in the future when I look back at these videos, like it's gonna be something that brings back some good memories for me. It reminds me where I come from and where I was at this point in my life. So hopefully, if you guys are on your own journey, you guys keep pushing, man. Like you're not alone. I'm out here grinding as well. Everybody is out there grinding for their own goals and chasing the dream. And we're gonna keep pushing, guys. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Like and subscribe for more.